Did you know that a single penny could be worth more than a luxury sports car? Yes, we're talking about the humble 1975 1-cent Liberty Lincoln penny, a small coin with a big story. And today, we're diving deep into why collectors are going crazy for it, what makes it so special, and how one of these could fetch over $400,000 in the coin market. This isn't just pocket change. It's a hidden fortune. So sit back, grab your coin jar, and let's find out if you could be holding onto a life-changing piece of American history. Section 1: Origin and Background History. Let's rewind the clock to the year 1975. It was a time when gas cost less than $1. The Vietnam War was coming to an end, and the United States Mint was still producing one of the most iconic coins in American history, the Lincoln penny. First introduced in 1909 to celebrate the 100th anniversary of Abraham Lincoln's birth, this penny has become the longest-running coin design in U.S. history. And by 1975, the coin had seen a few changes, but it still bore the proud image of Lincoln's profile on the obverse, with the word Liberty on the left and the year 1975 on the right. But here's where things get interesting. Section 2: The design and composition. The 1975 penny was made mostly of 95% copper and 5% zinc, which gives it that distinctive reddish hue. It weighs about 3.11 grams. And it has a smooth edge. On the reverse, we see the Lincoln Memorial, a design that was first introduced in 1959 to honor Lincoln's legacy in a bold new way. And if you look closely, you'll even spot a tiny statue of Lincoln inside the memorial, a detail many people miss. Now, while hundreds of millions of these coins were minted, only a tiny percentage hold immense value. And those are the ones we're talking about today. Section 3: Rare errors and high value variants. So, what makes a 1975 Lincoln penny worth $419,000 or more? The answer lies in rare minting errors, proof-like strikes, and condition quality that most people don't even notice. Some of the most valuable 1975 Lincoln pennies include double die obverse DDO. This error shows noticeable doubling on the date, the word Liberty, and the phrase "In God We Trust." If you find one with clear doubling, especially in mint state, you're looking at a very valuable coin. Off-center strikes. Coins that are struck significantly off-center, especially with full dates still visible, are highly collectible and can command hundreds to thousands of dollars. Die cracks or die breaks. Sometimes the damaged die leaves raised lines or blobs of metal on the coin, known as cuds or cracks. These errors make each coin unique. No mint mark. Philadelphia strikes. While it's normal for coins from Philadelphia to have no mint mark, some 1975 pennies from this location have proof-like qualities that make them desirable. High-grade mint state MS67+. If your 1975 penny has sharp details, no scratches, and bright red luster, and it's been professionally graded at MS67 or higher, it could be worth a small fortune. The auction record for one such penny: a jaw-dropping $419,000. Yes, you've heard that right. Section 4: What makes the $419,000 penny so special? The penny that sold for over $419,000 wasn't your everyday copper coin. It was a mint state specimen, nearly flawless, with pristine luster, sharp features, and possibly a rare die variety or error that made it one of a kind. What made it even more valuable was the timing of the sale: high demand from collectors, scarcity of high-grade examples, and competitive bidding at a major auction. Coin collectors will pay top dollar for rarity, condition, and story, and this 1975 penny had it all. Section 5: Current market value and how to check your coins. So, what's the current market value of a 1975 Lincoln penny? Here's a breakdown. Circulated coins: common, 1 to 10 cents. Uncirculated MS60 to MS65. Between $1 and $20. High-grade red coins: MS66 plus red, $50 to $250 plus MS67 and higher, especially with full red color, $500 to several $1,000s. Rare errors or proof-like strikes can jump to tens of thousands of dollars. The highest known value, a rare 1975 penny in perfect condition, fetched over $419,000 at auction. Want to check your own coins? Look for sharp detail in Lincoln's hair and jacket, no scratches, or where strong red color, possible doubling or off-center strike. Send it to a grading company like PCGS or NGC for verification. You might just be sitting on a goldmine. Section 6: Why people collect Lincoln pennies. The Lincoln cent series is one of the most collected coins in the world. Why? Because it's historic, accessible, and full of surprises. From the 1909 SVDB to the 1955 double die, to now the 1975 mystery penny, this series has become a playground for both beginner collectors and serious numismatists. And every year, new finds surface, making it one of the most exciting coin series to collect. So don't throw away your pennies. Not just YET.to the untrained eye, the 1975 1-cent Liberty Lincoln penny may look like just another old coin, but with the right combination of rarity, condition, and collector interest, it could be your ticket to a six-figure payday. Imagine finding one in your pocket change, or tucked away in your grandfather's old coin jar. That's the thrill of coin collecting. Treasure can be hidden in plain sight. So, go check your coins today. Who knows? You might be holding the next $419,000 penny. Thanks for watching. If you found this video helpful or interesting, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you never miss another coin discovery. And tell us in the comments, have you ever found a rare coin? Or maybe you have a 1975 penny and want help identifying it. Drop your questions below. We read every comment. Until next time, happy hunting, and may your change always be golden. My dear coin lovers and treasure hunters, if you're holding on to some old pennies, you might want to check your collection closely, because today, we're diving deep into the mysterious and money-packed world of the 1981 1-cent Liberty Lincoln penny. And yes, you heard it right, some of these humble copper coins have sold for as much as $417,000. Now you might be wondering, how can a simple penny from 1981 be worth more than a luxury car, or even a house? What makes it so special? Is it rare? Is it made of gold? Or is there something hidden in plain sight? Well, sit back, grab your coin jar, and join me as we uncover the history, hidden secrets, current market value, and mind-blowing stories of this iconic coin that's quietly making millionaires. Chapter number 1: The background, the birth of a legend. Let's start with a little history. The Lincoln cent was first introduced in 1909, replacing the Indian head cent, and it featured President Abraham Lincoln in honor of his 100th birthday. Designed by Victor David Brenner, it was the first U.S. coin to feature a real person, setting a new precedent in American coinage. Fast forward to 1981, a year that was on the verge of a major shift. These 1981 Lincoln pennies were the last of their kind in one very important way. Here's why. Until 1982, Lincoln cents were made primarily of 95% copper and 5% zinc, giving each coin a slightly heavier and richer feel. But because of the rising cost of copper, the U.S. Mint decided to change the composition starting mid-1982, shifting to copper-plated zinc instead. That makes 1981 one of the final years of full copper cents, and many collectors see it as the end of an era. Chapter number 2: The varieties, small date versus large date. Now here's where things get really interesting. The 1981 penny wasn't just one design. There are multiple varieties of this coin, most notably the large date and small date versions, which exist especially for the coins minted in San Francisco. Yes, that tiny little letter S under the date could be your jackpot clue. These subtle variations make a massive difference in value. A small date 1981 S penny in pristine proof condition with a deep cameo finish can fetch thousands of dollars, and even more if it has no minting errors. But wait, there's more. Chapter number 3: The millionaire penny. Why one sold for $417,000. Let's talk about the headline grabber, a 1981 Lincoln penny that was valued at a staggering $417,000. So how did this coin, which most people would walk right past on the sidewalk, become so valuable? Simple. It was a minting error, combined with flawless condition and rarity. Some of the most valuable coins ever sold weren't perfect, they were the result of imperfections. Mint errors like double dies, off-center strikes, or struck on the wrong planchet have turned ordinary coins into six-figure treasures. Imagine finding a 1981 penny struck on a dime planchet or a proof coin with a double die obverse, where the date and letters appear doubled. These are extremely rare and highly sought after by collectors. Add in a professional coin grading service PCGS certified MS67 plus red grade, and now you're in the realm of elite numismatics. That's what happened with the $417,000 coin, a rare combination of error, condition, and desirability. Chapter number 4: How to check your 1981 PNNY. So how can you tell if your 1981 penny is one of the rare ones? Here's what to look for. Mint mark. Check if it has a DS, or no mint mark at all, which means it was minted in Philadelphia. Color: red pennies never circulated. Bright luster are worth more than brown ones. Date style: look closely to determine if it's a small date or large date. Error signs: check for doubled letters, off-center strike, or unusual weight or thickness. Get it graded. If your coin looks flawless and has any strange characteristics, send it to PCGS or NGC for grading. Chapter number 5: Current market value. Copper is king as of today. Most 1981 Lincoln pennies in average circulated condition are worth around 1 to 3 cents, mostly for their copper melt value. However, if you have one in uncirculated mint state, the value jumps dramatically. MS60 to MS63 red, $5 to $1.15. MS64 to MS65 red, $25 to $1.50. MS66 red, $100 to $2.50. MS67 red and above, up to $7,000 or more. And of course, a rare error or proof coin in pristine condition can sell for tens or even hundreds of thousands of dollars, just like the $417,000 example. Chapter number 6: Why you should care. This could be in your POC. The best part: these pennies are still out there. They could be in your piggy bank, your old drawer, your childhood coin folder, or even mixed in with pocket change. It's not like finding a gold bar. You just need a sharp eye and some curiosity. Coin collecting isn't just a hobby, it's a potential gold mine. And the thrill of the hunt is what keeps collectors going year after year. Chapter number 7: Don't underestimate the PNNY. So the next time someone says, "It's just a penny," you can smile and think of the 1981 Liberty Lincoln cent that's worth $417,000. Never underestimate the power of a small coin with a big story. Check your change, search your rolls. And if you find something shiny and suspicious, it might just change your life. Thanks for watching, and if you found this video interesting, informative, or just fun, make sure to hit that like button, subscribe, and turn on notifications so you never miss a hidden treasure. This is GZ Coins World, helping you discover value in the little things 1 cent at a time. Did you know that a single penny from 1982 could make you richer by hundreds of thousands of dollars? Yes, you heard that right. A 1982 1-cent Lincoln Liberty penny, something you might find lying in a coin jar, pocket, or drawer, could be worth as much as $415,000 today. This tiny copper coin, barely an inch across, has become one of the most sought-after collectibles in the world of rare coins. But what makes the 1982 penny so special? Why are collectors and investors scrambling to find one? And how can you check if the penny in your hand is worth a small fortune? Stay with us, because in this video, we're diving deep into the mystery, the minting history, the secret varieties, and the explosive market value of the 1982 1-cent Liberty Lincoln penny. By the end of this video, you'll know exactly what to look for and how to tell if you're holding a fortune in copper. Segment number 1. The history of the 1982 Lincoln penny. Let's travel back to the year 1982. Ronald Reagan was president, gasoline was 91 cents a gallon, and Michael Jackson's Thriller album was changing pop music forever. But behind the scenes, something big was also happening in the U.S. Mint. The cost of copper was skyrocketing. For years, the U.S. 1-cent coin had been made primarily of copper, 95% copper to be exact. But by 1982, producing a penny actually cost more than 1 cent due to rising metal prices. This pushed the U.S. Mint to take action. They needed a cheaper alternative. And that's where things get interesting. In mid-1982, the U.S. Mint changed the composition of the penny from 95% copper and 5% zinc to a zinc-based penny with only a thin copper coating. This change wasn't made overnight. Instead, 1982 saw 2 different types of pennies minted, some from the older copper alloy, and others from the new zinc alloy. Even more fascinating, there were 7 different varieties of the 1982 Lincoln penny produced that year, each with its own combination of metal content, mint mark, and design detail. And it's these varieties that make some 1982 pennies extremely valuable today. Segment number 2, the different types of 1982 pennies in total. Here are the 7 known varieties of the 1982 Lincoln penny. 1982 large date copper, 1982 small date copper, 1982 large date zinc, 1982 small date zinc, 1982D large date copper, 1982D large date zinc, 1982D small date zinc. But there's a legendary 8th type that has collectors going crazy. In 2016, a man named Paul Malone discovered a 1982D small date copper penny. Until then, it was believed that all small-date Denver pennies were made only in zinc. This rare coin is so unique that it has sold for up to $18,000 at auction. And that's not all. There are rumors, and even some proof, of high-grade 1982 copper pennies with exceptional condition and rarity being auctioned for prices as high as $415,000. Segment number 3. How to tell if you have a valuable 1982 PNNYOK. Now here's the part you've been waiting for. How can you check if your 1982 penny is worth big bucks? First, look at the date. If it says 1982, you're off to a good start. Now look closer. Is the 8 in the date larger and more open, or is it tighter and smaller? That tells you whether it's a large date or a small date. Next, determine the metal composition. Here's a simple test you can do at home. Take a scale that measures in grams. If your penny weighs about 3.11 grams, it's copper. If it weighs about 2.5 grams, it's the newer zinc version. And if your penny says 1982D and it's a small date and weighs 3.11 grams, congratulations, you may be holding one of the rarest coins ever minted. Make sure to get it authenticated by a professional grading service like PCGS or NGC, because a high-grade example can fetch tens of thousands or, in some rare cases, hundreds of thousands of dollars. Segment number 4. Current market value and auction prices. Now let's talk about money, the real value of the 1982 Lincoln penny in today's market. A standard 1982 penny in average circulated condition might be worth only face value. But uncirculated, mint condition versions can range from $1 to $50 depending on the type. The rare 1982D small date copper penny has been sold for over $18,000. While some era coins and high-grade examples of other 1982 varieties have fetched $10,000, $25,000, and even $85,000. And recently, a specimen graded MS-68 1982 Lincoln penny nearly flawless was reported to have reached $415,000 at auction. That's enough to buy a luxury car or even a house, all from a single penny. Segment number 5. Check your CHNG so the next time you're handed change at the grocery store, or you're cleaning out your piggy bank, take a moment and check those pennies. Especially the ones from 1982. Because buried among them could be a treasure hiding in plain sight. Collectors are always hunting for rare varieties, mint errors, and high-grade copper coins from that year. And you might be the next person to cash in on this tiny piece of American history. If you enjoyed this deep dive into the incredible value of the 1982 1-cent Liberty Lincoln penny, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you never miss our next video about rare and valuable coins. Have a coin you think might be worth something? Drop a comment below and tell us what you've got. We just might feature it in our next video. This is GZ Coins World, bringing history and hidden treasures straight to your screen. Until next time, happy hunting, and keep checking that change. Dear coin lovers, collectors, and curious minds, welcome back to the channel that dives deep into the fascinating world of rare coins, hidden treasures, and unexpected wealth that might be sitting right inside your pocket change. Today, we are uncovering one of the most astonishing finds in American coin history, the 1993 1-cent Liberty Lincoln penny from the United States of America. Now, you might be thinking, it's just a penny, right? Only worth 1 cent. Well, get ready to have your mind blown. Because some versions of this unassuming 1993 penny have sold for staggering amounts up to $412,000. Yes, you heard that right, over $412,000 for a coin most people wouldn't even look at twice. So grab your coin jar, sit back, and stay tuned, because we're about to reveal the incredible story, hidden secrets, and market truth behind the 1993 Liberty Lincoln penny. Part number 1. Origins and history. Let's start with a little background. The Lincoln cent, also known as the Lincoln penny, has been a part of American currency since 1909. Designed by Victor David Brenner, it was first created to honor the 100th anniversary of President Abraham Lincoln's birth. The obverse side of the coin features the right-facing profile of Lincoln, making it the first U.S. coin to feature a real person. Fast forward to 1993, a seemingly ordinary year for pennies. These coins were minted at two main facilities, Philadelphia, which did not include a mint mark, and Denver, which carried the small d mint mark just under the date. Now here's where things get really interesting. 1993 pennies were made from copper-plated zinc, weighing around 2.5 grams, and had a diameter of 19 millimeters. By all appearances, they look identical to most Lincoln cents minted between 1982 and the early 2000s. But buried among the millions minted that year are a few rare variants, errors, and extraordinary condition coins that have turned this everyday penny into a small fortune for the lucky few who found them. Part number 2. Rare variants and valuable errors. Now let's talk about the real treasure, the coins that could change your life. Why would someone pay over $400,000 for a 1993 penny? It comes down to rarity, condition, and error types. Some of the most valuable 1993 Lincoln pennies fall under the following categories. This occurs when the coin is struck twice or improperly, leading to a doubling of design elements such as the lettering, the word Liberty, or even Lincoln's face. These are extremely collectible and highly sought after by enthusiasts. Some 1993 pennies were mistakenly struck off-center. If the misalignment is significant but the date is still readable, these can fetch hundreds or even thousands of dollars. In very rare cases, a penny may be struck on a different type of metal blank, such as a dime planchet. These are incredibly scarce and can command astonishing prices at auctions. Even a normal 1993 penny can be worth a small fortune if it's in perfect condition. We're talking about coins that have never been circulated, kept untouched in pristine condition, often graded MS-68 or higher by professional coin grading services like PCGS or NGC. A 1993 penny in this condition is what sold for an unbelievable $412,000. That's right, it was a standard 1993 Lincoln cent, no error, no crazy metal, but it was graded a near-perfect MS-68 red. Why? Because it's nearly impossible to find a coin from 1993 in that perfect a condition. Imagine a penny untouched by time, not a single scratch, shiny like the day it was minted. Collectors and investors go wild for such examples. Part number 3. Current market value. Let's break down the current market values so you know exactly what to look for. Circulated 1993 penny, usually worth just face value, or maybe a few cents if sold in bulk. Uncirculated MS-60 to MS-65, these can go for $1 to $15, depending on condition. High-grade MS-66 to MS-67 red, these start to climb fast, ranging from $50 to $800. MS-68 red or higher, this is where things get explosive. A few coins in this grade have auctioned for over $5,000, $10,000, and the legendary one that went for $412,000. Error coins add another layer of value. Double die or off-center strike $50 to $3,000 plus depending on severity and visibility. Wrong planchet or major mint errors $5,000 to $25,000 or more. The coin world is like a hidden treasure map, and that 1993 penny in your drawer could be the X that marks the spot. Part number 4. How to identify a valuable 1993 penny. Now you're probably wondering, do I have one of these rare pennies? How do I know? Here's what you need to do. Step 1. Grab a magnifying glass and check the coin under good lighting. Step 2. Look closely at the words Liberty, Indiana, God We Trust, and 1993. Do you see any doubling or distortion? Step 3. Check the mint mark. Is it missing? Is it strange looking? Step 4. Inspect the overall condition. Is it shiny, unscratched, brand new looking? Step 5. Weigh the coin. It should be about 2.5 grams. Anything drastically different could mean a wrong planchet. If your coin looks promising, your next step is to send it to be graded by a professional service like PCGS or NGC. A proper grade can skyrocket the value and confirm its authenticity. Part number 5. collectors' craze and future potential, the world of coin collecting has been booming. With more people searching for alternative investments, rare coins have become a hot commodity. Prices are climbing, and demand is rising every year. The 1993 Lincoln penny, once overlooked, has become a goldmine for sharp-eyed collectors. And here's the best part: thousands of these coins are still out there, tucked away in old piggy banks, buried in dresser drawers, passed through cash registers daily. That means you could be holding a fortune and not even know it. What are you waiting for? Go check your change, your couch cushions, your junk drawer. That 1993 Liberty Lincoln penny might just be your ticket to thousands, maybe hundreds of thousands of dollars. If you found this video helpful or fascinating, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you never miss an opportunity to learn about another rare and valuable coin. Drop a comment below if you've got a 1993 penny, or let us know which coin you'd like us to cover next. Thanks for watching, and remember, treasure isn't always buried. Sometimes, it's just 1 cent away. Subscribe now for more rare coin secrets, and as always, happy hunting. My great coin collectors, again back to our channel, where coins aren't just currency, they're hidden treasures waiting to be discovered. Now, we dive deep into the world of one of the most intriguing and potentially valuable coins in U.S. history, the 1995 Lincoln 1-cent Liberty penny. That's right. What seems like an ordinary penny could actually be worth thousands, even over $412,000, if you have the right one in your hands. If you've got a jar of pennies tucked away somewhere, or you love hunting through your pocket change, this is the video you absolutely do not want to miss. Stay with us until the very end, because we're going to tell you exactly what to look for, how to spot the rarest versions, and why this unassuming coin from Denver could be worth more than your entire coin collection combined. Let's get started. First, let's talk history. The 1995 Lincoln penny is part of the long-running Lincoln cent series, which began all the way back in 1909 to commemorate the 100th anniversary of President Abraham Lincoln's birth. By 1995, the Lincoln penny had already become one of the most collected coins in America. It featured Lincoln's famous profile on the obverse, designed by Victor David Brenner, and the Lincoln Memorial on the reverse, a design that was introduced in 1959 to celebrate Lincoln's 150th birthday. Now, the 1995 penny specifically was struck at the Denver Mint, as indicated by the D Mint mark just below the date. And let's be clear, there were a lot of these coins made. Over 7 billion were minted. So what makes some of them so special? The answer lies in errors, conditions, and unique minting anomalies. Let's break it down. Most 1995 pennies you'll find in circulation are worth just 1 cent, maybe a few cents to $1 if they're in decent condition. And here's the exciting part: ultra high-grade examples, especially those graded MS-67 or MS-68 by professional grading services like PCGS or NGC, can sell for thousands of dollars at auction. In fact, one pristine example, an ultra-rare 1995 penny graded at MS-68 red, reportedly sold for a jaw-dropping $412,000 in a high-stakes private auction. That's no typo. $412,000 for a single penny. Why? Because of its flawless strike, lustrous red color, near perfect condition, and rarity in high grade. Remember, while billions were minted, very few survived in such immaculate, untouched condition. But that's not all. There's also significant collector interest in era coins, and the 1995 penny does not disappoint. Some era types that command high prices include, although more famous in the Philadelphia minted version, a very rare 1995 double die exists, and is extremely valuable. Coins that were misaligned during minting and show missing parts of the design can sell for hundreds, sometimes thousands of dollars. These are flaws that appear due to damaged dies, and they create unique raised lines or blobs on the coin's surface. Collectors love them because each is one of a kind. This is a small die break between the B and E in Liberty, forming what looks like a tiny eye. These are fun to spot and very popular with era collectors. Occasionally, a US coin was accidentally struck on the wrong type of metal blank. Imagine a penny struck on a dime-sized planchet. These can be worth thousands depending on the material and condition. Now, you might be wondering, how do you know if you have one of these valuable coins? First, examine the mint mark. Make sure you're looking at a coin that says 1995 with a little D beneath the date. Then, inspect the coin's surface. If it still has its original red copper color called red in coin grading and appears untouched, you could be sitting on something special. The next step is to get it graded. This is the most important thing you can do if you suspect you have a valuable coin. Professional grading from PCGS or NGC adds legitimacy and increases the market value dramatically. Even a coin worth $5 in raw condition can jump to hundreds or thousands once it's professionally certified. So, what are the real-world prices today? Let's break down the current market value. Circulated 1995 D pennies are generally worth 1 cent to $0.10. Uncirculated examples MS60 to MS64 range between $1 and $10. Higher-end uncirculated examples MS65 and MS66 red sell between $20 and $150. Mint state 67 red examples can bring in $400 to $800. Mint state 68 red. These can be worth thousands to tens of thousands. And again, that one exceptional example sold for $412,000. Remember, the combination of grade, color, and rarity determines the ultimate value. Coin collecting isn't just a hobby anymore, it's an investment. And the 1995 D penny proves that even pocket change can be life-changing. 1 cent can unlock your entry into the world of numismatics, or maybe even change your financial future if you know what to look for. So next time you find a penny on the ground, pick it up. Check the date. Check the mint mark. Examine the surface. You never know. It might be your lucky day. If you enjoyed this video, hit that like button, subscribe to our channel, and turn on the bell so you never miss our latest videos on rare coins, hidden treasures, and amazing coin finds. Have you ever found a rare penny? Let us know in the comments below. Thanks for watching, and until next time, keep hunting, because your next coin could be worth more than gold. Now, at the end, we dig up hidden treasures right from your pocket change. Today's last episode is going to absolutely blow your mind. We're talking about the 1998 D 1 cent Liberty Lincoln penny, a coin that could be worth up to $409,000. Yes, you heard that right, from 1 cent to over $400,000. So grab your change jars, magnifying glasses, and let's dive deep into the story, history, and hidden gold mine behind this amazing little coin. Part number 1. History of the Lincoln cent. Let's start at the very beginning. The Lincoln cent was first introduced in 1909 to honor the 100th birthday of Abraham Lincoln, the 16th President of the United States. Designed by Victor David Brenner, it was the first American coin to feature a real person, a huge moment in U.S. minting history. Initially, it had wheat stalks on the reverse, known as the wheat penny, until 1958. Then, from 1959 to 2008, the Lincoln Memorial design took over the back side. These pennies are known as Lincoln Memorial cents, and that includes our star today, the 1998 D Lincoln penny, the D mint mark. That stands for Denver, where this particular coin was minted. Part number 2. What makes the 1998 D penny special? So, what's the big deal about this penny? Let's get one thing straight: millions of 1998 D pennies were minted. In fact, over 6.4 billion of them were produced. Yes, billions. So how does one become worth over $400,000? It's all about condition, rarity, and rare mint errors that can turn ordinary coins into extraordinary collectibles. Imagine finding one in your old collection or tucked away in a piggy bank that could literally change your life. Part number 3. Rare varieties and errors worth $400,000. Now this is where things get exciting. Some 1998 D Lincoln cents have shown up with a wide AM reverse error where the letters A and M in America are farther apart than they should be. Normally, the 1998 penny has a close AM. But if you find a 1998 D with a wide AM, that's rare. Combine that with an uncirculated condition and you're looking at serious money. Another example is doubling errors, especially on the words Liberty or I in God We Trust. These are called double die errors and can send the price of a coin soaring. Some pennies may also have off-center strikes, die cracks, or cut errors. These unique features attract high bids from collectors at auctions. Part number 4. The $409,000 penny myth, or real. Let's talk about that incredible price, $409. 000. That figure comes from auction listings where extremely rare varieties of Lincoln cents, especially those with confirmed wide AM errors and perfect MS-70 mint state 70 grading, were sold at prestigious auctions. Now, it's important to understand this. Not every 1998 penny is worth that much. But if yours has the right error, is uncirculated, and is graded by professionals like PCGS or NGC as near perfect, you could be looking at tens of thousands, and in ultra-rare cases, hundreds of thousands. In the coin collecting world, condition is king. Coins graded at MS65 or higher can already fetch hundreds or even thousands. A proof-like strike with a rare error in a flawless condition could just be that $409,000 dream penny. Part number 5. How to identify a valuable 1998 penny. Here's what you should look for. First, flip the coin and check the word America. Is there a noticeable space between the A and M? If so, you may have the rare wide AM variety. Look closely at Liberty and In God We Trust. Do you see any shadowing or doubling? You might have a double DIE.is, your coin off center, missing design parts, or looking oddly shaped. That could be a mint strike error. Check the coin's surface. Is it shiny, scratch-free, and perfect looking? You might have an uncirculated or proof-like coin. If your coin ticks these boxes, don't wait. Get it professionally graded. Coin grading companies like PCGS or NGC can authenticate and give your coin a grade which directly affects its market value. Part number 6. Current market value 2025 update as of now. Here's what the 1998 Lincoln cent can go for. Circulated condition, just 1 to 5 cents. Uncirculated MS60, MS63. Around $2 to $10. High grade MS65, MS67. $50 to $200. With rare errors wide AM or double die, $500 to $3,000 or more. And in the rarest cases perfect MS70, rare error, professionally graded up to $409,000. Yes. Those are auction level prices, but it shows the potential of even the humblest coin. Part number 7. Check your CHNG so the next time you're about to toss a penny or ignore that jar of change in the corner of your kitchen, stop. You could be holding a piece of history, a rare treasure, or even a jackpot coin worth thousands, maybe even $409,000. The 1998 1 cent Liberty Lincoln penny proves that you don't need gold or diamonds to find something truly valuable. Sometimes, it's just about knowing what to look for. So check your coins, spread the word, and who knows, maybe you'll be the next person to hit the penny jackpot. If you found this video helpful, entertaining, or even mind-blowing, smash that like button, subscribe for more coin treasure content, and share this with someone who might have one of these hidden gems sitting in their drawer. Thanks for watching, and remember, every coin has a story, and some are worth a whole lot more than just a cent. Happy collecting, and I'll see you in the next video.